Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the RAMBAM HILCHOS TALMUD TORAH. Today we begin Perek Hey, the 5th chapter, Halacha Aleph number 1. Keshem she'adam mitzuvah b'chvod aviv u'biyirasa. Just like a person is obligated to honor his father and to fear him, to have awe of him, kachu chayav b'chvod Rabbi v'yirasai. So too, when it comes to your Rebbe, to your teacher, you have an obligation to honor him and to fear him. Rabbi yeser me'aviv. And the truth of the matter is, says the Rambam, is that your Rebbe demands even more than your father. Because your father brought you into this world. However, your Rebbe who teaches you the chachmas HaTorah, the wisdom of the Torah, will bring you into the world to come. And that's a greater world to be entered into, and therefore you owe him more respect. If you see a lost object of your Rebbe and one of your father, first you pick up the Rebbe's. He comes first. If your father and your Rebbe are both carrying a heavy load, first help your Rebbe get the load off of him, and then your father. You have a father and your Rebbe are both captives, taken into, kidnapped. First, you redeem your Rebbe and then your father. Because that's what we're saying. The fact that your Rebbe brings you into Olam Haba, the world to come, he deserves more honor and more yira and more, I guess we'll call it special treatment. However, if your father is a Talmud Chacham, then your father gets redeemed first. If your father is a Chacham, a Talmud Chacham, Rabbi, even though he's maybe not as big of a Talmud Chacham as your Rebbe, first then return your father's lost object, and then your Rebbe's lost object. There's no greater honor in this world that is demanded than from the one that you're supposed to give to your Rebbe, and no greater yira than you're supposed to have for your Rav, for your Rebbe as well. Like Chazal tell us, the fear that you have to have of your Rebbe should be like the same fear, the awe that you have of Shemaim, of Hashem. That's why it says, anybody who argues on the Rebbe, it's like they're arguing, they're starting up with the Shechina. Shenemar, like it says in the Pasuk, al Hashem. Like it says in the Torah over here, those who led a revolt against Hashem, the Jews were leading a revolt seemingly against Moshe Rabbeinu, but no, you see that it was going against Hashem. And therefore says the Rambam, you fight against the Rebbe, you fight against Hashem. Anybody who makes a meriva, an argument with the Rebbe, controversy perhaps, it's as if they're doing it with the Shechina. Like it says over here, once again, the Jews are going against Moshe, but they're contesting against Hashem. And furthermore, he writes, anybody who complains against the Rebbe, it's like they're complaining against the Shechina. How do we know that? Says the Rambam, because it says in the verse, your telunos, your complaints are not against us, says Moshe Rabbeinu, really is against Hashem. And anyone who thinks disparagingly, who is doubting and judging the Rebbe, it's like you're doing the same thing to Hashem. Shenemar, like it says, the nation spoke against Hashem and Moshe. So they're going against the Rebbe, Moshe Rabbeinu, but it's really they're really being disparaging against Hashem. And therefore, says the Rambam, how careful a person must be when it comes to the honor of the Rebbe and their Rav, because it is tantamount to the honor that we are obligated to give to Hashem. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.